Overall solid win for our program. Thought the fourth, there were a lot of things that I didn't like as far as us playing loose. But the thing that we did really well was understanding coming out of half that Alora's a great coach, that she's going to make some adjustments, and she did. They started to get more aggressive with us, so us playing with poise is going to be important. I like that we, stayed to 14 turnovers, knowing that they started playing a little bit more erratically defensively. They're a great defensive team, and they were looking for ways to stop us. And there were times it really was disruptive, but again, we played with the level of poise to win the basketball game, and I'm thankful for that. And it's nice to see Maya get back in a flow today. I think if I had to take away today for any particular player or shout out, it was good to see Maya get back in a flow.
Yeah, Coach, after a tough, 2 games this last week, what did it mean to finally get back in the win column?
The biggest piece for me was, were we going to elevate specific things, and we did. So communication was going to be the big piece of it, because I thought we did a great job against Troy and ran out of time. But we did a really good job as far as communicating. They do a good job of running our motion offense. So you saw there was a lot of switching, and sometimes we weren't switching. We're trying to make sure that we stayed true to some of our matchups. That was huge to me, because that is going to be a big piece of what we do. We ended up winning in the rebounding column. That was going to be important because we were losing at half. So that's another big takeaway for me, that I can continuously get better at that. And then again, the poise piece of it, with sticking to 14 under our average of turnovers was really good, because she made some adjustments.
Yeah,
Coach, Kira, what did it mean to, after, losing those 2 tough games, last week, what did it mean to finally get back in the win column, just finally getting a win under y'all's belt?
Yeah, I think like Coach Z said, it was just to elevate us, and then also just to build back our confidence.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think that this is a really good win for us, because we did the things that we needed to do in order to win. We did miss box outs, but that was one of our focuses, and taking care of the ball, 2 of our main focuses that I think we did pretty well.
Maya, how good was it to just see the ball go into the basket after a little bit of a tough season shooting the ball?
Oh, you have no idea. It felt good. It was just good, feeling like I was in rhythm. Yeah.
Was your injury ever playing a role in you preventing you from getting into the rhythm early on, or was it?
For me, I would say that it didn't play a big role that I knew, but later down the road, I kind of saw it kind of affecting me mentally, and so there's lots of things that I've been working on to get out of that, because I'm not going to let an injury affect the rest of my seasons.
Kira, you're rocking a nice little shiner there. You're from last game, down, battling against App State, feel like another physical game. How are you able to kind of, just try to match the physicality, be able to put up a double tonight?
I think it's staying poised and being more aggressive than they are.
Coach, how was it seeing, KP, whenever she gets those and one baskets, and she just screams to the crowd afterwards? How important is that for just team chemistry and keeping you all up, because she seems to be
Those plays are a lot of fun for players, right? Those big and ones. She is an Energizer bunny, so I think that's important. But it's always fun to see little people have fun. Shout out to Coach Jay. Coach Jay and I go back all the time, back and forth about the little people. But no, in all seriousness, those energizing plays are huge, right? Anytime they get an and one in the paint, especially right when you're pushing, they're pushing at the same time. Energizer plays are big box outs and rebounds. Energizer plays are getting an offensive rebound off the free throw line. All of those things really invigorate your team. So I do enjoy those plays. I enjoy that they enjoy the plays more than anything else, right? I'm honestly, truthfully, I'm moving to the next play after that. I'm like, oh great, they can be happy. What's the next thing, right? And so for me, I literally was yelling at them right away. Okay, we're done celebrating. They're running a sideline break. Focus on the sideline break.
And you mentioned in the fourth quarter things got a little out of hand. What did you tell the team to just kind of calm everybody back down and refocus?
I'll be honest. In this case, I didn't calm them back down. I kept telling them they're winning. They're winning this quarter. So it was important for us to reel it back in and stick to what we did well. I also challenged our guards because they were getting taken off the bounce. It's not really what this team is. They average 7+ threes a game, right? So now they had to change what they did. and they started beating us off the bounce. So I really challenged our guards to do better, not allowing those easy opportunities in the paint. And so it wasn't as much kind of pumping them up as it was just really challenging, who are we and can we get back on track.
Coach, it feels like these past couple of games, your team's been playing really good defensively. I hope Troy's like their third fewest points all season, and then tonight holding out to under 50. What's been the change defensively that this team has really been able to kind of focus on?
I believe this team has a level of pride, and they truly understand that from our defense, our offense is generated, right? We're not some prolific scoring team. We're going to put up 80 points per game, but we're going to try our best to be efficient with those opportunities. And there is something to be said for holding players and teams, right, to under their average. It means there's a level of discomfort for them, and then there's a level of anxiety for them when they're starting to take bad shots or they're trying to do things that are out of character. And our team thrives on that because then we're going to win those 50-50s, we're going to get those rebounds, and we are pushing tempo. And they have the freedom to do that, right? In those cases, like I'm always telling them, push tempo. Get those big stops, push tempo. So I appreciate that. And we're not first place just yet defensively. I think the team also, right, we are working towards just getting better across the board. But, right, as you move closer into February, if your defense stays solid and you keep continuously working on getting better defensively and then focus on the small things in the scout, that's going to pay off dividends.
Yeah, Kira, what's been the key defensively that y'all be able to focus on these past 2 games? It kind of have some really good, solid performances.
I think knowing our scout has helped us know what players' go-to moves are and what they just do on offense, and then also communication, calling out screens, calling out cutters. So,
Yeah, I would say the same thing, just calling out absolutely everything. And your actions, like what we are doing, I think that helps everybody on the floor, and just guarding your person that's in front of you.
You'll hear this pretty often from like coaches or literally anybody that shooters keep shooting, shooters shoot. How hard is it to keep shooting when you're not shooting well?
It's hard because the shot before you probably missed, right? So it's just hard, but you have to trust your training at the end of the day. The work that you put in outside of the game is what will happen eventually. Like your work will pay off.
Coach, I'd like to ask about Angela Carroll, freshman. Seems like she's really coming on lately. What do you think she's gotten better at through the course of the season? What would you say she still needs to improve on?
Angela has gotten better at honestly listening to Kira and them playing off each other really well. I think she's gotten much better at that. I think she loves being challenged from a rebounding standpoint. I think she's gotten really good at that. Angela will always have an answer. Sometimes it's frustrating, but at least she has an answer, right? And so that dialogue is important. It's just, it's a good and not good with Angela at times where she wants to grow and wants to get better, but sometimes it's time to listen versus always explain what your why was. And so that's something that she's working on. I mean, I think that they'll tell you. So that's why I say she's really good at listening to Kira in games. She'll listen to Kira over the point guard at times. So we're working on that because I do like that she will have a reason. Sometimes players tell me, I don't know why I did it. And that's really frustrating. She will tell you why she did it. She will give you a long dissertation on why she did what she did. And that's what we're working past, right? It's kind of like, okay, got it, understand, let's move on. You're going to do it this way. Let's go. Or, hey, that was a great idea.
Kira, what is that dialogue like between you and Angela?
most of the time, it's just me, because you gotta be short with AC, because she likes to just listen. She's a really good listener, so you just gotta be short with her so we can move on. So it's really just like, AC, boom, do this, or AC, like, be more aggressive, or just something real short, but she'll take it and she'll be like, okay,